Well, this brings us to episode 8, guitar number 9. Guitar number 9 was a completely free to me guitar. So, if you went back and watched the first episode of the CST-24, when I opened the box, I indicated that I had been given, free of charge, winner winner chicken dinner to me, the first giveaway from Leo and Dan Ryan's channel from Texas. So I was the first ever winner of a guitar giveaway. It happened to be the CST-24T in Paradise Flame. Over my shoulder is what it looks like when it arrived as manufactured by Harley Benton. And it stayed pretty much that way for about 2 years almost before I decided to do anything with it, like mod it. And then what I did was, of course, I have another video up there that showed how I drilled another hole. I rewired it so that I would have the tone. This knob would become the volume for the neck, and then the new one would become the volume for the bridge. And they're independent, and in the middle position they're blendable, right? So you can get multi-type tones in the middle. Now it's a T, so it's got a twangy bar. I've never used it. I just put it on here to show you. It's been in the case since I got it. It's got kind of a hip shot bridge. It's a very nice bridge with stainless steel staddles. And the whammy works. But the one thing that I was worried about, and I'm still worried about, and I've never done anything about it yet, is that the back of the saddle is flat, but there's a curve to the top of the body, and it's sitting right on the curve in the middle. So if you were to wang on it, eventually that center part would probably chip away at the pulley here, and I would need to put some kind of a bumper underneath that to stop that from happening, which I have, but I've never done it. I think I'm going to do it. Alright, so what have we got? These have of course Harley Bentons. They have Roswell pickups in it. Never felt the need to change it. I've done several instrumentals using this guitar. It's served me well so far, and I really like it. Haven't had time to really give it some love lately, but I took it out of the case, and it's exactly the way I put it away. See my actions? They are way down there, right? The neck is still straight after being in the case for a couple of years. This comes with a graphite nut. I never had to change the tuners on this. This is the Deluxe, CST-24 Deluxe. Now this was a B stock, and I think Leo told me he paid about $108 American for it at the time. And I looked them up today, and the Paradise Flame in Canadian dollars is $311 now. And between $311, which this is the lowest price one, through the colors that they have, as of now, in near the end of February, the most expensive one is $349. So it goes $311, $325, $335, and $349. That's what I found out in Canadian dollars for the different flavors of the CST-24T. So let's plug it up. I'll tag some of the music videos at the end of this episode that you can watch if you want to later. So what have I got? In the bridge, I have an 8.35K without split. Split, it goes to 4.25K. Neck, I've got a 7.93, and split, it's 4.78. And of course, when you mix and match, you know, these, when you get into the center position, you can get different values. In the middle, when it's not split, it'll go to 4.11K. And when they're both up in the middle, split in the middle, then they'll go to 2.26K. And you know what? Even at that low value, this thing makes a noise. So this is the 65 Deluxe as usual. There's no effects on it. Let's see if I can turn it on. There it is. Yeah. Alright, so everything is in the normal position on bridge. And we're going to do our D chord as usual. So that's a nice output and very articulate. No boost of any kind. No pedals on, nothing. So this is like kind of raw, right? And that knob works fine for that one. Go to the neck. Now the neck, I split it, but I didn't add a Fralin resistor, so this one actually turns one coil off completely. So this is full. A little warm. But you see, the single coil is good. So I didn't have to put a resistor to hold up one side of the coil a little bit. However, in the bridge position, it did sound a little too tinny. And what I did was I put a 1K resistor, which holds it up a little bit. It's almost as tinny as it was, but not as much. If I was ever to go back in there, I think I might just bring that to a 2K, and that would bring it up a little bit, add some warmth from the other coil, and not let it seem to drop off a little bit too much. But by the way, I also put the bleed circuits in here, which allows the treble to come through quite nicely, even as you turn it down. So the whammy works. And there's quite a good block in the back of this thing. It's painted black, or it is black. You can barely not see it in there, but see, look at that's a pretty good chunk of block in there. Yeah, I remember that being a good chunk, and it's on 3 springs. Now, you know, when I looked at this thing when I got it, I'm thinking like, where's the B? I can't find the B stock on it, and I never really found anything that was totally obvious. Oh, and this is a push-in, a slide-in press fit one, kind of like the Wilkinsons. And it's a really nice one. And I didn't find anything obvious, but there's one thing that could possibly be it, and there was kind of like a thumbnail that was pushed into the wood here, but then it was all filled in with gloss, and it's all you know. So it looks like there's a little bit of a thumbnail across the grain like this, underneath there, and you can see it in the light just a certain way, but it's all filled in with poly. It has not the really good comfort up here fit, but it's not really that bad, you know. It fits pretty good. I've got really small hands, and it fits pretty good for me up here. Of course, not getting over there, but up to about, you know, 21. I think this is 24. So this has got about 22. And it's okay. It plays really nice, slick on the neck. This poly is shiny, but never feels sticky. I was really enamored with this guitar when I got it as well. You know, it's like a PRS clone, and it was a style I didn't have and I had never really thought of. So I was quite, you know, happy that I was chosen to receive this guitar, and I've taken good care of it. And you know, I only modded it about 2 years after I got it. I used it as was for a long time. Even though I was modding some other stuff, I had never really thought of doing this one. And actually, I didn't think of actually putting another one in here until I decided I was going to do it on the IYV Telecaster thin line, which I modded this way. And it was after that that I thought, there's quite a big space here. I think I might be able to get another one in the middle, and it works perfectly well. So I like that look quite a lot. I had to make small adjustments on the nut. Of course, I had to do some fret work and oil the fretboard and the like. But this one didn't really take a ton of work, and it's still pretty nice. I see there's a little bit of something on the frets here that might be a little bit of splash over, like it looks like wax or something. But yeah, I love the silver Harley Benton on the top of this thing. This is my only PRS style guitar that I have in the entire lot of all of them. So it's kind of like a standalone special. Paradise Flame, they call it. So this is guitar number 9 in the number of guitars that I have. It does have a scarf joint on the neck. You can see the scarf right there, just in there. They did a pretty good job on it though. I can't remember what the body is. I think it's mahogany. And yeah, binding up the side of the neck, binding around the body. It's pretty. It's a pretty guitar. Very nice. And the wood grain is very nice. I like wood grain. I'm a country boy, born in the country, and you know, we had wood stuff in the country, and I sort of grew up with that around me. So I like the look of wood grains, and this was done very well. So this was my first experience with Harley Benton, and I thought, they're all like this. We laugh now, but other stories are to come. So this is number 9, signing off. Appreciate all your support. Catch you in the next one.